This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union.
Living your best Delmarva life. You know, when it comes to saving money, the earlier, the better.
Just a few small steps can make all the difference when it comes to teaching your kids smart money moves and fiscal responsibility. So, joining us today to talk about that, Cherie Coleman, Vice President of Marketing, and Debbie Jewell, Business Development Manager from Sussex County Federal Credit Union. Thanks for coming in.
Hi guys, thanks for having us.
Good to have you here again.
So first of all, how can we teach our kids to save money? It's a tough lesson sometimes.
It is tough, but the earlier the better. So start small. Children are extremely curious about money. They see us use it every day. They hear us talk about it. So one of the ways, the biggest way you can start small is with coins. Extra coins left over at the end of the day, put them in the piggy bank. And as a matter of fact, you can put them in something like this, which we brought as gifts for your studio audience today. By seeing their savings grow in the piggy bank, it helps them understand how savings can grow. Put a little bit in each day, do some chores, reward them, it goes in the piggy bank, and then you take them to the credit union at the end of the week and they watch everything grow.
So, what about allowance? Is that a
Yes,
good thing?
allowance is a very big thing, and it's easy to do, especially with younger children. It doesn't have to be a big amount. Just start small, let them calculate how much they want to have in a month, in a year, and then increase that allowance throughout that time frame. So they can save part of it into their piggy bank, and the other half they can save to contribute towards something that they want. And that's a big part too, is help kids identify the difference between want and need.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
So our kids eventually can get an account at a bank, a savings
Yes.
account. When's the best time to do that?
Correct. Actually, the best time is actually almost as soon as they're born, because what you'll find out is, much like the credit union, we have special accounts for youth because we want them to learn to save from a very early age. So they actually sometimes can get higher rates than other accounts because we know that it's going to be there constantly building and building. So they'll get a higher return of rate. They'll see their savings grow quicker. They'll also get some special incentives when you bring them into the credit union to deposit funds. They'll get to pick from the treasure chest, or they'll get to empty their piggy bank in the coin counter. So it really gets them in the motion of, this is a trip I make all the time. I have to take my money in. I'm going to watch it grow. You can also, as kids get more computer savvy, you know, as they're growing up, you can pull up the account online. Let them see the balances online. You know, see how much it was last month compared to this month. And they're like, but I didn't put anything in this month. That's the interest you earned from last month.
So it's
like free
empowering
money.
for them to see their balance grow based on their responsibility
Based
that
on
they've
that.
taken
Right.
from the money they got from selling things at a yard sale, from the money they got from shoveling snow, maybe,
Yeah.
cutting grass.
Snow.
And then maybe you encourage them to save more because you say, you know what, every time you save $20, I'll add $5 to your account.
Right.
Nice.
So it's just an easy way to get kids interacted with savings.
So that's a kind of an investment. Have you got other
Absolutely.
investments that would be good for them to learn from? What's the share interest thing? Is that the checking account?
It is on our Kids Club account. We actually pay 1.97%, which is a phenomenal rate. Now, if your financial institution isn't paying that and you're looking for other options, you can always consider investing that money into a term share certificate or a money market account as well for your child.
Is that too high for a kid? Can a kid grasp that concept there?
I think you'd be surprised
Yes.
at what they can grasp because they see you every day talk about going to work, earning money, and then having to pay for groceries and having to pay bills. They're a lot more astute than what you give them credit for. And if you actually explain to them why you're doing something and where that money's going and how it originates by you going to work, then you earn the money and you invest the money to pay for groceries, or you invest the money so you have it to pay for their sports next year. Explain to them. They're very interested in money, and if we teach them the correct way versus letting them get their own interpretation of it, which may be incorrect, they're likely to be a lot more astute with their money and better at saving than a lot of us were.
Yeah, yeah.
Explain to them that plastic doesn't mean you got money.
Yeah,
Exactly, exactly.
So you have a promotion that's going on where you're looking for a family to help with their finances and savings.
Absolutely. We have what we're calling Sussex County's first family search on right now in conjunction with Delmarva Life. We are looking for a family to help increase their savings. Show them all these tips and tools for how over the course of a year they can build savings for college tuition or maybe a wedding coming up, and then how they can pay off some debt to help increase those savings.
Now, one of those tips that we were talking about before we actually got started here is one that I didn't learn,
Yeah.
and that's to pay yourself first.
Yes, always pay yourself first. And a lot of financial institutions offer you the opportunity to utilize payroll deduction. So when you have a direct deposit go in, automatically have a set amount go into your savings account. Kind of out of sight, out of mind philosophy. We all have good intentions to save, but we don't necessarily always put that money where it should. So have it done automatically for you, and then you can create a new budget. So maybe if you're putting $25 a week into an account, in a year you'll have over $1,300
There you go.
That's
saved.
your $3 cup of
And
coffee
that's
every day.
Exactly.
Give it up.
So
Give the coffee
rebudget,
up.
reduce your expenses. If you can stop going and getting that cup of coffee every day or eating lunch out, you would be amazed at how much that can actually increase your savings.
How about
All
that?
right.
And just
Thank you
one day a week.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us all that vital information. To find out how you can enter the contest or for more information on how you can get financially fit, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab.
Up next on Delmarva Life.
You can say it.
Can I really?
You go ahead. Go for it.
Elvis is in the building.
Elvis tribute artist Bob Lohe of Sussex County joins us next. Take us to the break.